If you have recently searched for anything around identity resolution, ID sync, anonymous user targeting or tracking, or really anything about moving users from unknown to known or targeting those unknown or anonymous users, let's chat. Hi, I'm Michelle Nieberding. I'm new director of product marketing here at MetaRouter, and I'm so excited to take you all along with me in my onboarding journey with these weekly hot takes. And this week, I want to address the elephant in the room and talk about addressability. Now, I know this is a hot topic in the market and one that I've seen companies really struggle with quite a bit in the past. So let's get into it because we know it's important, but it can be hard to do. So what we hear from others in the market is that they can only find solutions that supplement these IDs, right? But that means they're not actually enabling the addressability and maybe more importantly, the attribution piece, right? If you can't track it, it doesn't mean anything. But modern solutions are empowering organizations to own and control their own data. And with that comes the huge benefit of additional addressability. So let's talk about how. So many of you might be using a CDP to try and overcome this challenge. And CDPs are awesome for so many reasons. In fact, some of our biggest partners, some of my favorite people work at the leading CDPs. However, they are built for specific purposes, right? So that's things like profile engagement, personalization, audience building, and segmentation. However, they are not maximizing your addressability because this is only being done for known users. So you are missing out on a chunk of those anonymous or unknown users. And can you guess about kind of how much that is when you're working with the CDP? Any guesses? So CDPs can only target about 30 to 35% of their users because of limitations with hash PII data. So let's do some quick math, right? Say we have 1 million users. Only 350,000 of those users are known and ripe for targeting, leaving 650,000 of your users untouched. And MetaRouter is really the first company to provide a solution to the anonymous to known user challenge. So we collect and we integrate the vendor anonymous IDs into those CDP profiles to increase your reach. So in this case, again, by 650,000 users. So if you take that, multiply it by, say, your average order value, you can quickly see the impact that this would have on your organization. So in this case, bigger is better. We expand your addressability and we use real-time information to do this. So let's take a quick look at a retail example. So keep in mind, this totally varies by vertical, and for retailers, it may even be more like bigger data sets, but let's talk about how this all comes together. So if you have MetaRouter putting you back in the driver's seat to collect a rich set of real-time events that is enriched with a broad set of vendor addressable IDs, you can now go way beyond batch and blast, just emails and text, and actually orchestrate your ads in a meaningful and optimal way to larger audiences, which is a big reason why many of our customers come to us. So what is possible when you expand your activation reach? I don't think I need to, talk about this too much. I think we all know and have a real need for this. But it's good to think about the art of the possible. When you have bigger, better audiences, that means potentially way more revenue, more ability to use that real-time data in an enriched and exciting way. And especially when you're doing anything cross-channel, your marketing efficacy is huge, and this empowers that as well. So I want to kind of call out one of the big things I'm learning. We know addressability is a small part of the puzzle. It is a critical but small piece of the pie, right? And then, holidays are coming up. I want my whole pie. This is what that looks like. So as you're thinking about what your plans are for next year, your budgets and how to, optimize and control your data, I want you, take a screenshot, keep this in mind, because this is a critical part of your customer data infrastructure strategy as you go into next year. So quick recap, journey so far. Where is MetaRouter helping? And what am I learning as I am onboarding here as well? First of all, the removal of third-party tags on your website. You need that page performance to drive a better customer experience, to drive more conversions. And when you have 1 million tags on your site, with a bunch of redundant data collection resulting in latency, it's not a good experience, and we don't want that, especially going into the holidays. We want to give you back complete control. Right? Think back to the football analogy. It takes a team to make sure that the data is being controlled, routed, used in the right way, and we can help there. And then finally, the anonymous activation. Let's make sure that those users that are interacting with you are getting, the love and the attention they deserve so that they can build brand relationships with you. So let's check it out, right? Let's talk addressability. Let's see where you are, especially if you're using the CDP. How can we make your investment in that awesome technology really maximized and really worth it so that you're doing more with the technology that you have? So thank you so much for, again, joining this week's Hot Take, and I'll see you next week.